spawning down in the bottom left-hand position as the green Zerg player representing Team Dignitas. It is none other than Tefel. And his opponent down in the bottom right of Frost, representing Vega. It's the Protoss player Weak. And I believe he is playing in teal, but anyone who frequently listens to me or watches my content knows that I cannot tell the difference between teal or the pink, because I'm colorblind, and it is very annoying. Especially when players who know this decide to troll me and play in the pink and teal colours. And then I'm there like, and in the bottom left, it is one of the two colours, and in the bottom right, it's the other of the two colours. But luckily Tefel, he's being awesome, playing in his green. He plays in green a lot, must be his favourite colour. But anyway, Overlord is unfortunately going to scout clockwise and therefore isn't going to scout Weak first. But yeah, Frost, let's talk a little bit about this map. This is the big thing. Even though it's a bit little, it's still really big. It's the second path through. It allows for nice pylon positions, good little pushes up. Tefel needs to expand down to this third, which also means pylons can come up here, Zealot warpins can come through. It's a large area, no matter which base, which third you take, to defend all of it, and that can be tough. But there's also good moves for oracles to come and do some harassment, although they can't easily bounce between the main and natural. That's the only problem. But yeah, it can still do some cool stuff. Tefel once again though, opening exactly the same. Spawning pool coming down. Double Assimilator is on its way out here for Weak, so he's playing things fairly cautiously. Really the same as before, just going for a gateway expand. Interestingly, put a pylon down on this low ground, so may go for a very fast nexus. Could actually put a cybernetics core down here to make part of the wall off. Gotta keep an eye for that. Meanwhile, Tefel though, he's just busy getting down his hatchery because that's what he likes to do. They're just expected cybernetics core coming just to create that early bit of wall off, keeping him safe just in case Tefel was gonna do something crazy. He might do, because Tefel's a boss. Tefel is not one of those players who's just like, I must play macro every game. He's like, now would be a good time to speed in with speedlings. You can't really do anything else but speed in with speedlings. It'd be kind of against their nature. You could creep in with speedlings? I don't know. How would you even do that? Stutter step in with speedlings. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, for the moment, Pro gonna come and make a nexus, because that's what happens. Pretty much, it's the time you go about doing that sort of thing. Tefel, once again, getting some drones in gas. There we go, 2 more popping out. And I suspect that once again, just like in game number 1, he'll pull them out once he gets 100 gas in order to start surging speed. Just to get more drones out and to get a quick third base. But also because of the fact that he gets out those extra speedlings early on, it works really nice for him, and I doubt that he'll do anything different. Getting those speedlings out is so stylistic for Tefel. As I said, when I cast him offline at the Insomnia 50 Plantonics tournament, he got them every single game against Protoss. It just works really well. It means that he can see that push coming, he can try and stop proxy pylons, and generally just have a bit of a bullet time. But Stargate is coming down. This Overlord does spot it though. Oh, Tefel. Tefel, you wonderful man, you. That Overlord, 1 pixel, sees it all. So, with this, Tefel now knows what's coming. He can get those feelings out again, may opt for some Spore Crawlers, depending on what he gets. This Overlord may try and retreat, but just in time, gets by that Christmas tree. Always good. And, well, this is just good times, to be honest, for Tefel. He now knows what's coming and can try to deal with it. Difference this game is the Forge has come down slightly earlier. And I believe this Forge wasn't there in game number 1. The Oracle definitely was, so this is a mix-up in play. What has to happen now is that Tefel needs a Spore Crawler or Small Queens. It's that simple. 1 Queen versus 1 Oracle, Oracle wins. It's that simple. So, Tefel may need to be a little bit more cautious. We'll keep a good eye out for it, but all in all, we do just see that we going to try and mix things up. Also getting the +1 down. This is a smart play, because if you remember back to game number 1, Tefel was very reliant on speedlings in order to deal with that push. So if we see now Weak get down that +1, his Zenith will be so much more effective against them. Maybe that'll work really well for him. So we've got to just keep a cool little eye on this, see how it's going to go. But for the moment, Tefel, with his Rotron on its way, and Weak just playing completely differently, getting down the robotics facility. The Oracle is now out on the field. Where is it? It's seeing all of the speedlings come forward. There is still the sentry there though, so the speedlings would have a bit of a tough time trying to break through here. But critically important is that, well, The Oracle's been seen, so are we going to get any Spore Crawlers? Not yet, not essential. Third base a little bit vulnerable, but the Cybercore actually taking a decent chunk of damage here. Well, this is just putting pressure on a Photon Cannon Force. The robotic facility has been seen. Queen coming down, but the Queen, as I said, can't beat an Oracle in a one-on-one fight, but the Oracle just going to go for the guaranteed damage, taking out some drones. Remember, they're so fast now. You can just zip around. Already got 3 kills. Can't get the 4th. Ooh, nearly got the 4th, but Spore Crawlers get started. In the micro there from Tefel. But still, these Lings desperately trying to get through. Don't actually see the important thing though, and that's this robotics bait. Colossus tech is coming down exceptionally fast, and that is going to be so good for weak, because Tefel for the moment doesn't have many roaches. He's not taking up to, well, he does have Lair, but he's not taking up to getting a Spire. He's getting out a Hydrodem. So Tefel, once the Colossi start hitting, and I'm talking once there's 2 out, 1 Colossus is not scary. 1 Colossus is like, yeah, who cares? But yeah, once there's a couple out, he needs to get either Corruptors or Vipers down. Those are the 2 options that he's got. The Vipers, a bit more of a risky play. You've got to make sure that it goes quite well in terms of getting those abducts down. Or you get some Corruptors, and you just go in and, well, you don't A-move, but you go and take those Colossi out very quickly. And that's kind of the more Wings of Liberty approach that we saw. Obviously, before there were these wonderful Vipers. But Tefel, he's got great micro, so he could go for either route. For the moment, though, he doesn't know what's coming, because this Overlord hasn't actually scouted in to come and get a check. Meanwhile, Weak is adding connectable gateways and securing up the 3rd base, so he's playing a very different game. He's got the past 2 ground attack coming through. Really just mixing this up as best he can. He wants to go for a completely different strategy. And who can blame him? Game 1, that 2-base all-in didn't work. Tefel defended it very comfortably and very nicely, so it's a wise play doing that. Now, Tefel is taking out these rocks, which may seem like a bit of an odd decision, but it's to prevent any force fields from blocking out too easily, because with these rocks down, it takes a lot of force fields to prevent reinforcements coming through. If the rocks are up, it only takes 2, and then you can't get reinforcements to your 3rd, and it can be very powerful if we suddenly push in. But he's not doing any pushing, but he's about to face the wrath of Tefel as this Roach-Ling Hydra army makes its way forward. Remember, a surround would be devastating. The Colossus is seen, and how is Tefel going to respond? Well, for the moment, he's just got more Roaches and Hydras coming through. No Spire started, and importantly, no Infestation Pit either, so no Hive ready for Vipers. The Oracle doing an amazing job, because it was kept alive, gets a reveal on those, or a revelation, I believe it is, basically just showing Weak where this army is. So therefore, Tefel keeps this army a little bit away, just to make sure that it doesn't reveal what else he's got coming, and what he does have coming is a lot of Roaches. But Tefel, with no upgrades, could be about to struggle, because +2 ground attack soon to be on its way for Weak. He's got a 2-hour advantage there. Tefel has got a limited window of opportunity to end this game. He's going to try and max out pretty damn quick to put on the pressure, and he's got to do that, because if he leaves it too long, if we get too many more Colossi, or too many more Voidways out, it's not going to work. There isn't Hive Tech to support this, there isn't a 4th base. Tefel is going for a 3-base all-in. It's an all-in now, because he can't really transition out of it. He doesn't have the drones to, doesn't have the tech to, or the economy to. But in he comes now, and there is no gateway support, or no limited gateway support at the moment, and that is what could cause Weak's problem. A couple of these Roaches and Hydras moving up towards the natural. Colossi are doing a good job of dishing out the damage. The Voidways helping too. The Mothership Core goes down. The Gateway support getting taken out. But it's the Sentries with the Great Force Fields doing an amazing job. Tefel, he's forced to GG out, and therefore Weak levels out this series 1-1.